Ladies and gentlemen, now we will start this part of this forum, a discussion by student representatives of the Super Global High School. From this part, we will act as MCs. I'm Akane Sakamoto from Kanagawa Prefectural Yokohama Senior High School of International Studies.
I am Ami Orimoto from Yokohama Municipal Yokohama Science Frontier High School.
I am Yune Sato from Yokohama Municipal Minami High School.
Today, I have been given the honor of introducing today's 6 participants. Our first participant is Ms. Kaoruko Komaki from Shibuya Junior and Senior High School, Shibuya Kyoiku Gakuen. Our next participant is Ms. Ayaha Mizumoto from International Christian University High School. Our third participant is Mr. Shunsuke Kobayashi from Senior High School at Otsuka, University of Tsukuba. Our fourth participant is Ms. Eriko Yamakuma from Kobe Municipal Fukiai Senior High School. Our fifth participant is Mr. Yuki Harata from Akita Prefectural Akita Minami High School. And our final participant is Ms. Natsumi Amano from Osaka Prefectural Senboku High School. And the facilitator for today's discussion is Dr. Takahiko Hattori. Dr. Hattori is a professor of linguistics and language research at the Graduate School of Otsuma Women's University and a lecturer at Waseda University. Then Dr. Hattori, please.
Okay, thank you, Master of Ceremonies. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hey, come on, students. Let's show more energy. Hello. Hello. Okay, great. That's much better. My name is Takahiko Hattori, and I have an American name, Tam Velbe Hattori. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for coming here today. It's my pleasure. It's my honor to be the facilitator of these great students. Okay, I would like to tell you about the outline of this discussion session. First, these outstanding great students, they're going to introduce about themselves very briefly, all right? And some students are from Kobe. Some students are from Osaka. Some students are from Akita. Is it snowing there? Okay. And some are from Tokyo. And some students have significant foreign experience. Some do not. But what I can say is all of these students, they are excellent students and very happy and proud that they're studying at a super global high school. And these students, they met for the first time this morning. And I met them for the first time about an hour and a half ago. So these students, they didn't know each other. And they didn't know me. Okay? That means that today's discussion, there's no script. So I'm a little bit worried because I don't know which way the discussion is going to go. But what I can say is you will enjoy the discussion. All right, ready, students? Okay. Then let's start from introducing yourself. Let's start from Kaoruko.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kaoruko Komaki. I'm studying at Shibuya Kyoiku Gakuen Shibuya High School. I have been doing Model United Nation. Model United Nation is each student will play a delegate and discuss the international issues. I joined the world's largest Model United Nation in New York, and I won the Honorable Delegate Prize. I would like to thank my friends for their support throughout this process. Actually, I couldn't speak English at all before I entered Shibuya Junior High School. I couldn't be imaged I would be here today. An Australian friend who accepted me during a school trip, taught me English on Skype every day when I prepared for New York Model United Nations. I would like to making friends with wonderful participants here today. Thank you.
Okay, Kaoruko, I would like to ask one question. Could you tell us a little bit about your school, the good point about your school? Not a bad point, but just a good school point.
Yes, so at my school, various people such as scientists or UN staff, NGO staff, and theater owners told us their experience. So we can learn various ideas from their speech. It supports us when we choose our future.
Okay, thank you. All right, okay, next, Aiha, you ready?
Hi, my name is Ayaha Mizumoto, and I'm a senior at International Christian University High School. I was born in Osaka, however, I grew up in Hong Kong, which explains why I'm stronger at English than Japanese. So last year, I participated in an SGH program held in Hawaii called SGLI, and the program basically aims to educate students on a particular subject, and in my case, it was conservation, as well as create global leaders. And so through this program, I not only made really amazing friends, but I was also able to build a curiosity and a desire to make a positive impact on this world. And in addition, it also made me more interested in SGH, which is the reason why I decided to take a class which is held every week, and in the class, we look at different global issues and discuss it. I am very excited today to be taking part in this discussion. Thank you.
Okay, good job. Okay, Aiha, please give the microphone. I would like to ask, the question I would like to ask is, you lived in Hong Kong, right? Could you tell a little bit about your life in Hong Kong?
So Hong Kong is a very multicultural place, so I was constantly surrounded by different people who were from different countries and who had very unique experiences. So it was really fun being able to hear different stories about people's lives.
Which do you prefer, Hong Kong or Tokyo?
I like both.
Oh, okay, that's a very good question. Okay. All right, next, Shunsuke, are you ready?
Hi, I'm Shunsuke Kobayashi from senior high school at Otsuka University of Tsukuba. I lived in Seoul, and I attended to an international school for 3 years. And I participated in a symposium held in Seoul, which is called International Academic Symposium. And recently, I participated in a competition called World Scholars Cup. Some of you may know. Along with, I went to Hanoi and I went to America with Yuki, and it was a very fun experience. Basically, what we do is we do things like debate and writings, taking quizzes, and it was very difficult because everyone else is really good at debating. But then, after all, it was a great experience. I'm looking forward for the discussion. Thank you.
Okay, good job. Okay, Shunsuke, please hold the microphone. Okay, you lived in Seoul. Could you tell the audience a little bit about your school, international school in Seoul?
Thing about my international school is that it was very diverse. There were so many students from different countries, and I got to know many different cultures, talk with them. It was such a good experience.
Okay, good, thank you. All right, Eriko, ready? Okay, please.
Hi, my name is Eriko Yamakuma, and I'm from Fukiai High School. In Fukiai, there are many interesting classes taught in English, and we have many sister schools in countries all over the world, like Sweden, US, Australia, Philippines, to name a few. And I went to Sweden last summer as a field study, and I learned so much, especially about gender equality in the workplace. And we hold the Fourth Continent Summit every year. We invite our sister schools and discuss global issues like we will today. So I look forward to talking with all of you today. Thank you very much.
Okay, Eriko, the information that I got, probably you don't know, but information that I got, you are a good figure skater. Could you tell the audience a little bit about what you learned from you doing the figure skating for? You've done it for quite a few years, right?
Yes. The figure skating changed my whole life because I get to see so many different countries for figure skating practices and competition, and it was really cool. I get to see many different countries in US, Canada, and some European countries, and that was really good experience. And also, skating is really tough sport, and when you go there in a big hole, like white ice rink, and then you get to got so much attention from the crowd, so that's kind of thing really got me stronger physically and mentally.
Okay, which is more, which do you get more nervous, here or the skating?
Okay, well, maybe skating, I guess.
Okay, very good. All right, thank you. Okay, next, Yuki, from a snowing country.
Hello, everybody. I am Yuki, and I am the third year student of Akita Minami High School. And Akita Prefecture is famous for its agriculture, so my school is tackling food problems in the world and in my prefecture. And one group of my high school won the first prize on presentation in Singapore. I'm very proud of it. And well, I've never lived in other countries, so I started studying English when I became a junior high school student. So it'll be a little bit difficult for me to have discussion in only English. And yeah, I'll try hard. Thank you.
Okay, good job. All right. Okay, Yuki, my question is, let's see, you're from Akita. Please tell us a good point about Akita.
Okay, there are a lot of good points, but many people say we don't have anything special in Akita. But I think that's the good points because I was able to hone my positiveness by making a lot of events in which I could practice speaking English. Yeah, so Akita is where we can hone our positiveness. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right, Natsumi, ready? Okay, please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Natsumi Amano from Senboku High School in Osaka. I was born and have lived here in Japan my entire life, except one school year that I spent in Edmonton, Canada, as a delegate of a study abroad program called Tobitate Ryugaku Japan. As for my experiences with abroad study, I went to a public high school as an international student for a year. While I stayed with my host family, I had participated in a lot of social justice events and had volunteered in a fair trade retail store as a staff member for half a year. Learning about global issues and try to minimize the negative impacts and making the positive impacts on the world is something that I'm very passionate about. And I have been particularly interested in ethical consumption, including fair trade and veganism, as they could be potentially be a significant solutions for many globally concerned issues. And our consumptive behavior is still closely connected to our everyday lives, so I think it can be a good intro for many global issues initiatives. As you can tell, I'm a little bit nervous, but I have been really looking forward to this discussion opportunity today, and thank you everyone for being here. I'm so delighted to be here right now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. By the way, Natsumi, you don't look nervous at all. You look like you have a Polish speaker. Okay. Wow, you lived in Edmonton.
Yeah.
In Canada. Okay, Edmonton. I visited Edmonton. That's out of nowhere. Could you tell us a little bit about Edmonton?
Okay, first of all, it's very like snowy place. It gets like minus like 30 or 40 eventually. It's really cold. So the one thing about Edmonton is that like you can get used to a cold weather. I like that about it. But so Fairtrade is designated as a Fairtrade town. That means Edmonton, like city as a whole, try to spread the message and ideas of fair trade and ethical consumption to the people. So that's the initial reason why I chose to go Edmonton.
Okay, thank you. The audience, could you give a big hands to the excellent students one more time? Okay, thank you. My guess is probably they were expecting that they have to give a, introduction. But they were not expecting answering questions from me, so I thought they did a very good job. Okay, here we are going to do the discussion, and we thought about the topic about an hour ago, right? So there's no time for the students to prepare, but we thought about the topic from something close to school life, and then a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger, right? And first, we're going to start from school uniform. Do you think you need a school uniform or not? It seems like many of the students here are wearing a school uniform. I was raised in the United States, and when I came back to this country for the first time, I didn't like it, the school uniform. And some of you probably had the same experience. Okay, it doesn't matter who starts. Please raise your hand, and you can ignore me if you want to. Okay, Kaoruko? Okay.
I think students should have to wear school uniforms. In addition, schools should put some options. For example, students can choose 2 different types of skirt, like my school. So, because students have right to express themselves, also a school can identify their student by school uniforms. Also, students can accept with their responsibility for their actions when they wear school uniforms.
Okay, good point. Are there anybody who? Okay, yes. Okay,
Okay. First of all, I think those points are really good, and I'm not in the either like for or against, but I think there's this cost problem for school student and school uniforms. I read somewhere that there are people who cannot afford this expensive school uniform, so that's gonna be this problem right now. Yes.
Okay, anybody against that or for that? Okay, Yuki.
Well, if the person cannot buy a school uniform, but they have to buy, private clothes for everyday school. So, it cannot be the reason why we are against school uniforms. When we don't have a lot of money. So, yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah. I think
So
have
you
something
mean
against
that buying, normal clothes would be more costly?
Sorry, I wanted to mean like, school, to prepare school uniforms, is less expensive than to prepare private clothes. So, I'm
So
sorry.
you agree with me? Oh.
Oh, yeah, okay. Then basically, Yuki, you agreed with Eriko, right? Okay. Anybody who's for or against? Okay, Natsumi.
Doesn't anyone think that like if you don't have a school uniform, that means like it is easy to point out those who cannot afford like expensive clothes, and like it can be. I felt that like it can be easier for those who want to target someone and bully someone.
Okay.
Yeah, I totally agree because I heard that some of my friends choose schools by the school's uniforms because it's cute or sophisticated, so it can be that point too.
Okay, well, you see, when I came to this country, see, I hated the school, whatever the uniform, because I wanted to show my personality. Do you have anything against that? Okay, go.
Students should express themselves as far as they obey school rules. In my opinion, students have to obey school rules. It is right that students have to obey national law. When I joined Mother United Nations, I discussed cybersecurity. I insisted on the monitoring the internet as a South Korean delegate, because South Korea faced North Korea's nuclear problem. So I believed South Korean government should protect their national security, so it can deprive their privacy of their citizens. But South Korean citizens should protect their privacy as far as possible. It likes, we can say it likes school uniforms because students should express themselves as far as they obey school rules. Yes.
Okay, you're making the facilitator's job very complicated. Okay, yeah, good job. Okay, Ayaha, do you have anything to say about that?
Like Eriko said, I'm not for or against school uniform, and although I am wearing my school uniform today, my school, we have the option of wearing school uniform or casual, and I think that really solves the different problems that was raised today.
Okay. Okay, Shunsuke, all right, please wrap up. Yeah, it's going to be a hard job, but please try to wrap up.
So we talked about how by enforcing school uniforms, we are preventing the students from showing their identity, and school uniforms actually improves the safety of students and their responsibility, and it's better. I mean, but then there are there are always flip side of coin, like how Yuki and Eriko Eriko and Yuki talked. Eriko mentioned that school uniforms, some students cannot afford to buy school uniforms, but then Yuki mentioned that even if there aren't any school uniforms, we have to buy some clothes. So there is the thing about this topic is that there are so many different, there are different sizes, so it's difficult to say perfectly yes or perfectly no. I guess that's the difficult part.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, actually, first maybe you might think that school uniform, that's a very easy topic, but it is not. When you go into details, it's going to be a pretty complicated topic. Thank you very much. All right, then let's go to we are going to focus on school life and then communication, next communication. So could we talk about English language? Is that okay? All right, then. Okay, my first question is, how's your English class at school? I know that some of the teachers are here, so be careful, but be honest, okay? All right, who's gonna start? Okay, Eriko.
In my school, as I said in the introduction part, we have many English classes, and it's really unique, but it's really interesting. And one of my favorite English class is it's called EE, English Expression class, and it's about writing essays, so many kinds, like poetry, expository, narrative, so on. And it's really exciting because every time I submit my essay, my English-speaking teacher will give us a really good advice, so I get to improve every time. And also there's this very interesting class as well. It's called Sgh. I don't know where it come from, but it's about reading a novel in one term. And it's really interesting because I get to analyze those English writings, and it's who's the protagonist, antagonist. It's really exciting. So I love English classes in Fukiai.
Okay, very good. Okay, can I control just a little bit? I don't want to control that much. Okay, that was an excellent English class. How about some boring class? Okay, just, are you okay? Your teacher here? Your teachers are good, right? Okay.
So in my school, to say the truth, English classes are not that fun. But then, for some classes, we play games, and I remember it was like last week we did like a quiz tournament thingy, and we like made quizzes. In Japanese, it's nazo-nazo, and we like quizzed each other and answered. And I remember I created a quiz, but then it was too difficult and nobody could solve it. So it was very fun. It was satisfying. So there are some classes that are fun. I hear like some English classes, they listen to a pop music that's in English. So I guess those classes are fun.
Okay, what I wanted to ask is some boring class.
So, like there are students that are third grade, right? So, I guess as you go up, you have to, at the entrance exam of Japanese universities come closer, you have to learn about grammar and those Juken English. So I guess those classes have to be boring, I guess, but you have to take it.
Okay, thank you. All right, Kaoruko, I think you were raising your hand. Do you have? Okay. Interesting class. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, sure.
So, at my school, we have oral communication once a week. So, native teacher taught me how to write English essays like her school. And we studied to write how to write mind maps or guideline for essay writing. So I can find difference between English and essays and Japanese essays in the course. For example, we need to explain the steps to how our ideas support the topics to write in English, to write essays in English. Yeah.
Okay, great. I think it's easier for you to tell about interesting class than boring class. So anybody about interesting class? Okay, Ayha.
So in my school, 2/3 of the student body are returnees. So we have a lot of English classes in our school. And so we have 2 mandatory, which is grammar, as well as one where we look at English literature. But we also have the option to take elective classes, which are held in English, which I really think is really interesting because we get to learn these different lessons in English and be able to see things from a different perspective.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's see. Natsuki, could you tell about your school?
Okay, in my school, I have a class like we get to learn about like global issues in English. So people like teacher have a presentation about the topics that are given in the school, and we get to discuss about it, and I get to know more about like the topics from the different perspective from the people in the class. So I love the class, and I think that like those who are like me, who are interested in like learning about global issues, like it is kind of necessary to like using English to get informations and like different perspectives. So I think it is very like useful for me to participate in the class. So I love the class.
Okay, thank you. Okay, yes.
And also, I think we should study different religion in English class because we have to understand different religion to communicate with foreign people. When I joined New York Model United Nations, I hesitated to refer to religion such as Christianity and Islam because I seldom have to understand different religion in my life. So we should learn different religion in English class.
Okay, very good point. Are there any schools that English is used to teach not English but other subjects? Are there? Okay, yes. Okay,
So in my school, I take a class called International Perspectives, which is held in English, and we look at different global issues such as immigration and globalization in English. And it's really interesting and really fun for me because I'm better at speaking English, so it's more easy to understand. But it also kind of allows students to speak in a different language and talk about their own perspectives.
Okay, thank you. Okay, can we go on to the next topic, or do you want to keep on? It's up to you. Okay, yes, please.
So the topic is should English become the second official language in this country? But then we did talk about how the school English classes, some of them boring, some of them interesting. But then even if English does become the second official language in this country, would anything change? I'd like to question.
Okay, I couldn't quite catch you. So discussing about should English be the second official language, and do you want to discuss, are you for or against?
No, I meant to say that this is, I guess this is not, even if English does become the second official language or not, it doesn't really have an impact. So I guess discussing about this is not so important, I guess.
Okay. All right. Are there any of you? Yeah, very good point. You see, the official language, there was an idea. Now it shrink down, but there was an idea of English should be the official second official language in this country. But now the discussion is not heated anymore. Do you have anything to say about this? Oh, okay. That's me.
Making English onto a second official language in Japan would really help those who are coming from other countries. So if that is going to happen, I think, for example, like transportation signs and official paper, it's going to change. Like, it is going to be interpreted in English as well. And I think like those who are coming from like different country as a worker or like tourist or immigrants, like any other ways, like it is going to be a significant help for them, I guess.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. Okay, okay, let's start from Eriko.
I guess I'm with two of you because the second language, official language by definition is the language that is used by the government. And so that means that we have to translate this official document into English, like all of them. So that would be really, really much work. And in addition, I read this news that, I forgot where was it, but the foreigners in Japan accounts for only 2%. And they're not necessarily from English-speaking country. They're more like from Asia, like China, Korea. So I don't see the point, making English as our second language. It's more important to increase the more SGH schools. That would be really effective, I guess.
Okay, Yuki?
Yeah, I strongly agree with her because it will cost a lot of money to use English as a second official language, and I believe there are other things which should be done by using that money. Yeah.
Okay, Shunsuke.
So what we really have to change is the people and not the signs, etc. Because even if foreigners come to Japan and look at the signs, there's English, but then they know what they want to do, but then they have to at some point talk to Japanese people, like at the restaurant or some shops, etc. But then if Japanese people could not speak English, or if they're passive, then that's not going to help them. So what we really have to change is the people. And if Japanese people are more active in learning, and if they are more self-independent, then they could, them making English second language could be worth it. But then, currently, it's not, I guess.
Okay, good point. Which one wants to talk first? Okay, please go ahead. Yeah.
Like Eriko and Yuki said, I don't think it's a matter of whether we should change Japan's second language to English or not, but a matter of improving the English education and making it more common between people.
Okay, Kaoruko?
Yes, also we should integrate foreign residents and accept more foreign people because, for example, we can make schools for immigrant students. For local people teach them a language and a culture, so local people can learn a language, and also they can join the local community.
Okay, I think there's no answer to this question. So can we cut the topic here and go on to the next topic? This topic, many of the high school students sitting here might be interested, is a voting age. So we would like to talk a little bit about that. See, 18-year-old high school students voting. Do you have anything? Okay, Yuki.
Before that, some people may say that 18-year-old high school students are immature, so they shouldn't have such rights, or they shouldn't say anything about the politics so as not to disturb the politics. But I think that is not the case, because there are some adults who are not familiar with the politics, or who knows less about the politics than us. So the age does not matter, I think. And also, the number of older people is increasing, and the number of young people is decreasing. So it is becoming easier for politicians to be elected with policies for older people. But we should know the importance of young people because they will become the future of this country. So the change was good, I think. Yeah.
Okay, I'm very proud of you saying that you know more politics than many mature adults. Yeah, that's a very good point. All right, anybody? Okay, let's start from Kaoruko. Yeah, please.
Citizenship education is important for 18 years old students to vote, because I had a moot parliament program. In that program, each class form a party and make a policy was be elected by our parents and discussed at a moot parliament program. I became in politics of Japan by that class, so we should promote citizenship education more in Japan.
Okay, Eriko, yes.
I think I agree with all of you. I sure think that 18-year-old high school students should vote. But again, there is some problems because politics is really sensitive, and we cannot learn from someone. You know, like there are enough like classes like teach high school students like what's going on here, and then it's really hard to learn like deeply and think deeply about our problems because yes, we're so busy and doing a lot of things. But it could be like lowering the voting age could be the incentive to for young people to learn more about what's going on in our society. And in addition, can I back to Yuki's point? I have a little drastic suggestion. You said there are many elderly people here, and politicians tend to I don't know, proposing more things just for elderly people, right? And it's really drastic, so I don't want you to criticize for me saying this. But how about setting the limit of highest voting age? You know, that would be really cool, I guess. I have no like ideas for that, but just, you know, it's really drastic, but it solves this problem because that will make this population gap will be like, you know, closer equal.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Yeah, very good, very interesting point. That means like Oji-chan over 80 cannot vote, right? Because they're bokeh, something like that. Okay, very good point. Okay, Yuki.
Well, it might be in a good opinion, but we have the Japanese constitution, and it is unconstitutional. So, and also it would be very difficult for the government to amend the constitution to fulfill the plan. So, yeah, I cannot agree with that opinion.
I sure know that it's really hard to change the constitution, and again, I see it really important, constitution. But again, the government is anyway trying to fix or change some of the constitution. So, like I know that it's really hard, but it isn't really that core problem, I guess.
Okay, yes. Okay, Shunsuke, go ahead.
For Eriko's plan, I guess that works because because Japan is an overage society. There are like many older people and few younger people, and even if we do lower the voting age to 18, it's not going to have immediate impact because the population is too small. It might have good impact later on because the students get to be interested in politics from younger age, but then it's not going to have immediate impact. But by setting the maximum age of voting, we could make this plan have like an immediate change. And can I go back to the prior
Oh, yeah, sure.
point? Some people believe that okay, let's say the topic is should 18-year-old high school students vote, but then what if it's not 18, what if it's 10? So if it's 10, then you wouldn't agree because they're not mature enough. But then what's going to happen if we allow that is that the students will be like influenced by their parents and teachers, so they can't be independent on their beliefs. So maybe 18-year-old is like the borderline of being independent and being not mature enough, I guess.
Okay, Ayha.
I think also the reason why the age is 18 might also be because a lot of countries have the age of 18 for the voting age. And also going back to Eriko's suggestion, although I do respect it, I feel like it will raise other issues such as how we should determine what the limit should be for the age.
Okay, thank you. Well, actually, I think we can do the discussion on and on for a couple of hours from now. But right now, we're running out of time, and we have only like 6-7 minutes left. So I need to wrap up. And could you, each one of you have like a little bit more than 1 minute. So could you tell about what you felt about being on the podium and doing the discussion and what you learned from this experience? Who wants to start? Okay, let's start from Kaoruko on, all the way to Natsumi.
Thank you. It was a great discussion and great experience for me because it's first time I speak instead of so many people. At first, actually, I was nervous, but now I feel relaxed. Yeah. I will exercise public speech harder, and I will announce my opinion to the world because I would like to become UN staff, and I will have to statement at UN conference. So today's experience is the first step to my future. Thank you.
Okay, let's see big hands. Okay, great. Okay, thank you. Ayaha?
Although I was really nervous to come up here on stage, I feel really grateful to be selected because I had the opportunity to meet all these new people, but also talk about different issues, and it kind of it made me more open-minded and see different perspectives on different issues, and it kind of made me have a lot to think about. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next, Shunsuke.
Initially, I didn't want to have a discussion for like 50 minutes because the thing about the discussion is that it tends to be vague because it's not a debate. In debate, you have to be either affirmative or negative, and you have to say something clear. But then in discussion, you don't have to be on the affirmative side or negative side. So it tends to be vague, but then everyone else was like really good, and we did discuss about 3 topics for like 15 minutes each, but then I felt like we could discuss it for like an hour each. Yeah, it was very fun. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Eriko?
Time passed really fast. Time flies definitely, because like I felt like it has been like just 15 minutes or something, this discussion thing that I really enjoyed so much, and I get to see all of you in here. And then initially, as many of you said, I was really nervous, and when I heard that I'm gonna be here, but I visualized my ice rink, so that made me like feel easier up here. And anyway, I had so much fun discussing about this hot topic that we're facing now, and that was really, really good experience for me. And I just want to thank my teacher for helping me and preparing just for that. And thank you very much. That was really fun.
Okay, good. Okay, Yuki, please.
Okay, so I was so nervous that I made a big mistake at the beginning of this discussion, but it was a very good opportunity for me, to know different opinions, or to speak in front of a big audience. And I tend to stick to only one opinion, so yeah, it was a very good opportunity, and I had a lot of fun with these eminent students. So thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, and that's me.
I had a real fun with talking with other wonderful students here. Since I've heard about being a whole round on the stage, I was really nervous, and I initially thought is it gonna really me? Am I okay enough to be here? But thanks to all of my support, all of the support from my family and close friends and teachers, I'm so grateful for them, and had the opportunity to be here. And yeah, thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, as you can see, there was no script, right? So I asked many questions that the students probably have never thought about, but they replied. So I am very proud of all of you. Students, you have a bright future. Unfortunately, I don't have much future left, see, because I'm an old man, but you have a bright future. So good luck on your future. And please give students one more time, big hands. Thank you so much. Okay, I think we can give the microphone back to the MC. Yeah, if we can talk for another 3 hours, but I know I was told that please end, so yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay, then please, again, let's give a big hands to all the 6 excellent students.